Hello Shady Oaks members and our Instagram followers. Mike right here with you at Shady Oaks. We're on hole number 12 to continue our education process on the rules of golf. And also we're going to move, after I describe a new rule that we're implementing here, we're going to move over to the right of number 12 where our young assistant pro Josie is going to help us describe some different type shots you may choose there. Basically, I had a nice conversation with the USGA rules official, our member, Ron Norman, who's always very supportive of Shady Oaks and our staff. And I always ask him to review our local rule sheets, which are on the back of every tournament rule sheet and posted on the bulletin board in the golf shop. So please make yourself aware, there's a lot of rules there that may help you make the game easier. This is a new rule that Ron suggested, and I totally agree with it, and I appreciate his suggestion. So we found it hard that if you miss the green to the left of number 12 and your ball went into that hazard, before your options were to drop it of club length or 2 club lengths outside that hazard, not closer to the hole. It's actually not called a hazard anymore, penalty area. It's still taking time to get used to it. You can of course play the ball as it lies. You could keep the point with the ball between you and the hole and go as far back as you want, but obviously that's going to be in the wooded penalty area, so that's not going to be beneficial. Or finally, you could go all the way back to the tee and play the shot again. So after Ron suggested it, we decided to make a drop area right here on number 12. It's just short of that bunker. So it's an additional option if you happen to hit your ball on the other side of the red line and you cannot find it, or even if you can find it, you can come to this drop zone right here that we've just painted out for you. It's fresh, it's new. So I'll go ahead and finish this last circle, and then we'll move over to the right of number 12 with Josie, and we'll give you options of how to finish off hole number 12 in an efficient way. Hello again. We are here to the right of number 12, where as a staff, when we're watching members play the number 12 when they miss the green to the right, we notice they're not taking advantage of an opportunity to save a lot of shots, okay? So I'm here with Josie Stankiewicz, and Josie was raised and born in Germany. She moved to England when she was 14, came to the United States to play college golf, where she met her husband, who's now pitching professional baseball overseas. So we got lucky that we hired Josie. She's been with us for almost 8 or 9 months, right? Okay. And I think everybody that's met her knows what a pleasure she's been. We're going to use her as an example today. So the first thing we see when we're watching amateurs play, our members, is they grab the sand wedge from here on number 12. That's actually the hardest shot possible. So let's see you try to hit a really good shot here, Josie. We're going to try to barely fry this, just short of the green maybe. Very good hit, okay, but just a little tiny bit too hard. So what Josie has chosen to do is take in the club with the most amount of loft, and with that amount of loft, she has to make the hardest possible swing. So let's try that one more time, Josie. Let's try to hit a little better shot. A little hard there, Josie, but we do see that, okay? And so with that hard swing, you can bring other errors into play, okay? Let's try it one more time with this club, Josie, okay? Josie, that's going to turn out great. Now maybe, look at that. So that was actually pretty good, but most of the time we see people hit it fat, the ball ends up short of the green, and they're lucky to make 4 from there, okay? So the idea is, what would be the next easiest club to hit, okay? So let's just chip an 8-iron, okay? And now we're making, when we go to the 8-iron from the sand wedge, we're now able to make a smaller swing. And the goal here should be just get that ball on the green, trickling down anywhere by the hole, where the worst we do is 2-putt or bogey, okay? You see a nice little chip. Okay, so that was really good, and that's an example. You can see how much softer swing she made and how much less chance of error she had. But we can go one step further. It's very common to see good players putt, basically, with a hybrid. So she's going to do the same thing, and now with this club, she's not going to even have to fly it as far as she did that 8-iron. So she's making less of a swing and keeping the ball closer to the ground. Knock it in, Josie. Okay, so that was a nice shot. And she did not have much room for a bad error there, okay? But let's go one step further. There is nothing wrong with putting from even 20 yards off the green. That's probably gonna be the safest play. Now I warn you that if you haven't practiced it very much, it can be a little daunting to try to putt from 25 yards off the green. But with a little tiny bit of practice, putting from here will be your most efficient shot. So let's see a putt here, Josie. We're shying towards the fat part of the green to the right where the balls are, and we're just trying to make sure we have a putt for par. There you go. Again, that's a safe shot. So the goal, anywhere you're in a very kind of a tough situation, the idea would be to use the least amount of loft possible, because then you have the least amount of swing and the least amount of error. Okay, so hopefully we've learned something here today. Thanks to Josie, we appreciate it. So you got anything you want to say to your audience out there?
I think it's very easy for you to grab that sandwich just because we automatically think that's the only club we should chip with. And I think today we just learned that, you know, you can chip with any club that you have in your bag, and really learning and practicing and coming out here and trying those different clubs will really help you scratch a few shots off of your handicap.
It can be fun to practice these kind of shots. So hopefully you're enjoying you know, our Instagram post. Members, it's most important that we're connecting with you and you're learning and you're meeting our staff, and hopefully we're going to help you shoot lower scores and have more fun. See you next time.
Redo.
Okay, just you can keep it rolling.
Yeah, keep it reading.
She hits the first one that she's supposed to hit bad good.